One of the best pieces of advice I give my clients when you're looking to start your own business is don't buy yourself a job. And you'd be surprised how many people do that. So when people come to me, they say, well, I was making X amount of dollars at my corporate job and I was working X amount of hours. So they're thinking, hey, find me a business that can make me the income I want with the hours I have available, and that's all I need. But oftentimes what they do is they just buy themselves a job and they find themselves working more hours, making less money, and they're frustrated because they don't like what they're doing. So one of the things I coach my clients on is you have to separate the function of the business from the function of the business owner. So what do I mean by that? So as I've mentioned, I've owned several UPS stores. The function of the business is to provide services and products to clients and to provide an income for the owner. The function of the owner is to provide leadership, support, look at the key performance indicators and things of that nature. So think about it. If you're a UPS store owner and you say, hey, I'm going to work behind the counter 5, 6 days a week, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, you can hire someone to do that for $15 an hour. Is your time more valuable than $15 an hour? And chances are it probably is. So there's nothing wrong with learning how to run the business, being behind the counter initially, learning how all the processes work so you can coach and train and lead your employees. But long term, you want to separate yourself from the business. So it's very important to work on the business, not in the business. And so that's where I coach people is if you're working in that business day in and day out, 5, 10 years into it, there's going to be a challenge. Because when you go to sell that business, if the buyer says, oh, well, the business is all about you, and when you leave, the business goes away, then that decreases the value. So don't buy yourself a job. Happy to help you learn more about what that means. Just click on my QR code and we can go through it together.